Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first quarterfinal, number 3 versus number 6 in the men's Division 2. We have two rivals from La Belle Province, the Saint-Jean-Eudes Cantal, going up against the Collège de Levis Commandal here. Both of these Quebec squads looking for a spot in the semifinal on Sunday for a ticket to the gold medal game.
And it's the night of the quarterfinals. Most teams playing their second, maybe even their third game of the day, or it would only be their second, as it is a matchup of Quebec. Team Saint-Ange rings one off the post as they get that started off hot. Eudes Saint-Ange almost putting one right off the post and in. Saint-Ange with it again. Leaves it off at the blue line. Shooting here. Pouliot the shot and deflected just wide. Another one put right back to the front of the net by Robert. The net's off.
And that's a late hit by Condal on number 64 of Collège de Levis. No call on the play. And I think that hit really, Brain, is going to show us how this game is going to play out, as the Saint-Jean-Eudes Cantal have been one of the most physical teams at this tournament so far.
And they can only get more chippy from here. And in a win or go home game here on MST. Taking on along the bench. Michaud with it. Clearing this one in, retreating. Moving back, Brito. In the back of his net, looking out, trying to see Kerrigan. That's in and off his stick. Brito giving another whack at it, blocked at the line by Moncreville. And there's a huge hit by a Condor. Sends Lemieux down to the ground. And he will draw a penalty, however. Edouard Lemieux.
And that is not how you want to start off the hockey game, with Saint-Jean-Eudes taking a penalty to start off the game. Number 99 on Le Condal, Jacob Carrigan going to the box here, and the Commandant will start off with a 2-minute power play.
Face off won by Levis. Working the line. Gendreau. DD pass. Côté stops. Tries to go back over to Theodore Gendreau. Gendreau again at the line. Looks across, sees Côté. Alex Côté the shot. Blocked but caught down here. Looked like that was Laflamme. Here's Laflamme. Sharp angle shot denied and saved by Morneau.
Morneau in the game before against the SJR Eagles, putting in a stellar performance. Saint-Jean-Eudes is going to need those players to step up again as they face a tough Commandal squad.
They come in this morning meeting the St. John's Ravenscourt Eagles by a score of 4-2. And some sources have told me they scored an empty net goal quite literally with a second left, and that's what granted them access to the quarterfinals, going up by just one more goal for their goal differential. Levis in their own end. Breaking out here, the pass from Roy goes across over for Disbien. And a Commandal losing his footing here. Disbien searching for it, trying to go up the line. Dubois down low, back into the blue line. Laflamme for Dubois, back for Laflamme. Laflamme to the net. Here's the shot, and it just missed the net.
So far, the puck possession and passing has really been dominated by Collège de Levis, putting together some great passing plays, but so far not being able to concrete on any of them so far.
Walking in there, Michaud the shot off the boards and back out. Looking to clear there for Descondos. It's Keating who claps that one down the length of the ice.
Just about 30 seconds here left on the Commandal power play.
As they bring it up here, Legros to the middle here for Lord. Across, there's the shot. Off the wall, Lord finding it behind the net. Gets pasted by Vizna. First across, Michaud looking at it for the Condal. It hovers the line, it's just out of the zone. Good defense on Michaud, forcing Elliot Lord outside the blue line. Saint-Ange King with speed, past Guimard. Saint-Ange still with it, cutting in deep. There's the shot, just missed the net. Penalty now over. Kerrigan's going to go to the bench. Around the zone here, Legros. Waiting, fakes the drop pass, goes deep into the zone, gets hammered into the boards, gives up possession behind the net. Still battling for it, Condal. Retake possession, Michaud. Pass across, intended for Guimard. Cleared into the zone as the puck slowly finds its way there. Elliott Lord. Moved across the zone. This one shot across, almost to the tape there of Louis-Philippe Lord. Yeah, Louis-Philippe just out of his reach. Shot from the blue line. There's a big hit after the shot. Legros on Brideau. And Faulty in the net. Borle come on down, making the save there, even after a bit of a deflection.
Condal trying to put something together here.
And again, it's a quick breakout by Collège de Levis. Icing there, Olivier Robert just trying to clear it in. He was before the red line.
Olivier Robert wanted it to not be called icing, as he thought he had gone there first, which I have to agree on. I thought Olivier Robert got there first, but the ref will not call it his way, and it'll be a face-off back in the Collège de Levis zone.
It was a very close play. And the Condal are getting possession. There's a shot that flutters towards the net, turned away by Faultier. Try to move it out in front behind the net. Gendreau along the wall. Poked in the center. Moving back, here's Kerrigan. Moving in, gets poke checked by Mongreville. Behind the cage now goes Cote. Sent down to a knee. That's left off for Mongreville. Into the zone. He's body checked there by Brideau. Behind the net, Beaulieu. They tried to look that one out in front. Kerrigan. In the mound, Dimitri Brideau. Waits, tries to headman the puck over there for the center for Andrews. Goes all the way back to defenseman Theodore Gendreau. Goes to center, poke check. And now, come on down, going back the other way. The shot blocked away by Faulty in the net. Kerrigan had gone up for a big hit. This one just slides out of the zone. Biron just unable to hold it. Andrews off the boards now. Shot in by Blouin, but blocked. Turning back, going with speed the other way. Working up, cutting to the middle. Michaud the shot, and Morneau says no.
I mean, the Collège de Levis Commandal, their breakouts have just been so quick so far. I mean, you've seen these players just a few strides in and they're already in shooting range, as we saw there. Luckily, Morneau cut off the angle perfectly and swallowed up the routine save.
For the Condors to be able to get back in the match, they are going to have to slow down the breakouts. Big reverse hit on Michaud in the corner as the puck now in the zone of the Condor. Moving in, we have a delayed penalty as Boucher was taken down. The Condor, they're going to head to their first power play. As they come on, they'll touch up. This might be, it'll be interference.
And Saint-Jean-Eudes will get their chance to hop on the power play in the first period here, as the Collège de Levis number 32.
Xavier Roy, I believe.
Yes, Xavier Roy will go to the box. 2 minutes, Saint-Jean-Eudes given a chance to pull ahead here.
And quick face-off, looking around, Bélanger across, opposite side, shot there from Biron that was blocked. Looking around, it's sent off the boards and all the way down the ice.
2 minutes for interference. Time
Oh no.
5 minutes and 39
Shoot this
seconds.
pass, Biron, that would have been a close one. Levis player threatening. Keating moves this one across. Faulty leaving this one out. There's a big hit behind the net. And there's a, come on down, there's the shot, the save from Faulty. But a come on down is down in the corner.
I believe that is number 54, Madden Pouliot. He just got hit really hard. They're falling into the boards in a very awkward position. He's on the ice in pain, and the two The two benches are starting to exchange some words. The Collège de Lévis head coach clearly not happy as he takes a look at the Saint-Jean-Eudes bench. Coach coming out to the ice to see if he's all right.
And like you were saying, it was really the awkward fall that probably hurt the most.
From up here, it looks like he fell in knee first, and from personal experience, those ones hurt a lot. And like I said at the start of the game, Saint-Jean is going to come out flying with the physicality, and fortunately, Collège de Lévis players hurt on the ice. And now the Saint-Jean coach will go out to also check on the Collège de Lévis commandant.
And arena gone silent. Still just under a minute and a half left to go on the St. John's power play.
And number 54, Madin Poulia, being helped off the ice by his teammates. Looking very shaken up here as he is not able to skate on his own. Luckily, two medical staff are waiting for him to check on him. Let's hope he's okay.
And hopefully we get an update on him later.
Being carried by the two medical staff. Madame Poulia clearly not putting any pressure on one of his legs here. And we will resume play. Saint-Jean is still on the power play. 1 minute, 30 seconds left for their chance.
And in their own end, shot out of the zone. And that is a quick zone exit here by the commandant. Goaltender Morneau stands up to play. We will leave that one off to Rouet. Shot across, Bedal. At his own end, back up behind the net for Rouet. Rouet, Bedal. Still in their own end as they cycle the puck in and out from behind the net. Bedal still with it. Exits here. There was Vizna leaving that one off in the middle. Attempted shoot back by Robert. Puck battle against the boards right in between the two benches. Come on down. Very aggressively digging there. Vizna. Shot across. When they move in, it's Bedal that hits the break. Tries to throw that out in front. Right there. The shot just misses wide. And another chance. The shot put to the net. There's a hit behind the net that sends a Condor down at the blue line. This one shot across. Sylvain waits. Blue line. Drop pass behind the back. That one risky. Putting it to the net there was Bedal. Cleared. And this one shot out of the zone.
Collège de Lévis will get some fresh legs on the ice, so desperately needed.
A one-touch pass as the power play about to end. Magnaville with the shot goes over the net. But this does get the power play to 0.
Longreville with some very unique skates. I don't think I've ever seen those.
Show them again. Oh, he's got the white ones. Longreville. Can we get this one off the draw? Trying to block it in here, and they do. It's kicked from Pouliot, or from Lord, excuse me. Getting up. Here's Andrews with the Condors. Skating in. Andrews still trying to put this one back door and couldn't. Another try. Save made by Fortier. Up to the line it goes. Shot in. Attempted deflection. It was more of blocked. Lord. Little pass off. Moving up here. Mongreville. Taken down as they'll end up offside. Gendreau shooting this one in, but Mongreville was sliding on the ice into the zone.
Mongreville really having no control on that offside as he's just knocked into the zone forcefully.
Smart strategy by the opposing team if you really want to whistle. It's the face-off won by the Condors. Keating will put that back to his defenseman. Someone lost a stick. It's on the ground. Working his way behind the net is Brito. Brito up sees Rouet. Rouet to the middle. Working up here is Keating. Keating walking in with the shot. The save from Fortier. Turning around, trying to put it to the middle was Blouin. And they come on down, going back the other way. Saint-Onge trying a sharp angle shot. And Morneau is there at the line. Dubois waits and fires, blocked off the stick of Rouet. Dubois still trying to continue down in the zone. There's Mongreville that gets hit along the boards by Bélanger. Now thrown out in front, they score!
Levis, Saint-Onge taking the lead here in this all-Quebec matchup. The Collège de Lévis, Commandal, go up 1-0. Perfectly set up play. Saint-Onge all alone in the slot, sniping it top corner.
And he waits perfectly up top in the face-off circle. And to the top corner it goes. Les Commandal take a 1-0 lead midway through the first period.
First blood goes to the Commandal here as we are just over halfway done the first period of play.
As it clearly looked like it was coming. There's a pass out in front. The Condors couldn't get a shot off. Bedal circling around. Cutting back. Stick lifted up Disbien. And walking in, there's a shot. That one from Sylvain. Walking in, Bedal. Bedal. Now forechecking in the corner. Vizna. It's hit on the boards. Shot from the blue line there from Michaud. That one didn't hit the target. Moving back in was GB. Got bumped along the boards. Now it's rimmed around here. That one's going to be over for Lemieux. Shot into the zone. Bedal working back for Saint-Jean-Hide. Worked for Vizna. Throw no one there. So Bedal is going to have to rush quickly, but he gets pinned up along the boards. Now come on, Dale goes falling. Lord at the line, going to leave this one off. Skating in, hitting the brakes here, Michaud. Michaud waiting, going towards the boards, cutting one way, trying to get past Michaud. In front, collision behind the net, looking out, sharp angle shot, and Morneau, he denies it. Come on down. They got off to an early lead. Lord at the line. Little backhand down into the zone. Chasing for it there. La Flamme hit against the boards. La Flamme trying to move it by. Now picking up Louis-Philippe Lord. Robert, he gets hit. Lord picks up and tries to move that in front of the net. Intercepted, and that went in the feet of Kerrigan. Robert still with it. Gets rustled up along the boards. Condors able to leave their zone with speed here, continuing. Zach Andrews trying to deke to the middle at the blue line. Shot by Brito. Behind the net, Andrews trying to center. That one taken off by Robert, and back the other way they go. Off the pad of Morneau. That's up for Brito. Over for Kerrigan. Kerrigan waiting, pressure from Lemieux. Lemieux might steal, now it's Mongreville. He'll find it behind the net. Hit, it goes around. Léo Beaulieu to the line. It's barely held in by Cote. That shot skipped off a stick. Now one touch pass the other way with speed. Carnigan trying to get it into his legs, and that's taken away by Gendreau and moved back the other way. In a rush with Lemieux with him. There's a shot from the blue line, and that goes right into the SGE logo of Morneau.
So far, most of the offense being produced by Collège de Lévis here, as the puck possession and offense production is leaning in their favor here, and on the scoreboard as well, as they lead by 1 goal here with about 3 minutes left in the first period.
Condor moving this one out. Walking in, Rouet, what a move, Rouet all alone to his backhand, scores!
What a goal! Saint-Jean tie up the game 1-1, 3 minutes left. A nifty move from number 88.
Nicolas Rouet stepped all alone on a breakaway with a nifty move and lifted one to the top shelf.
Nicolas Rouet with a goal of the tournament contender.
Made one nice move to get around the defender, then lifted the backhand up high. And this game tied at 1 with 3 minutes left to go in the first.
Le but pour Saint-Jean-Eudes, compté par numéro 88, Nicolas Rouet. Assisté
Levis
par
back in
numéro
their own end,
81,
shooting this one out. Le Gros, that one just out of his
Antoine
reach and down the
Guimont.
ice.
Le temps du but, 11 minutes et 58 secondes.
Condor off the draw. Michaud had tried to put that into the center. There's a hit in the corner. Levis back with it. A clean break as it gets to Saint-Ange. Saint-Ange now in a foot race trying to get by Bélanger. He says no. Blocked in by Dubois at the line. Here comes Michaud. Michaud, a pass by Desbiens. There's a shot. Blocked in the shin pads of Roy. And on the net of Faultier for a whistle. Zach Andrews stepping into the draw, as well as Laflamme. Won by Laflamme, and now he's behind the net. Here's Roy off the boards. This one gets rimmed around. Robert trying to move through the middle. Still Luke's going back for it. There is Elliot Lord. Here's Robert in the middle after getting the pass from his defenseman Lord. Behind the net, he now goes up against Vizna. Lord still with it. That's a dangerous hit from behind. And another one from the Condors, stepping up the physicality. A lot of players going down here. Pad save made by Morneau.
This all-Quebec matchup getting very heated as that chaotic sequence. Oh, and another big hit in the corner.
Right behind the net, there's Roy laying up his man. And expect this game to get even more physical. To the net, save the rebound. Also poked away by Faultier.
Clearly some bad blood between these both of these teams.
And Rabal able to flip it in. That gives time for his team to make some changes. The Condor from behind their net. Behind there. Laying that one off for Sylvain. And it's cleared. Whacking the stick there was Gendreau. Flipped up. Could be a potential rush. Walking in, Beaulieu, he's hit. So that stops that rush effectively. Working out of that end, Rouet. He's got the first goal, trying to get another. Shoot it in. Rouet still with it. Back out in front, hits the side of the net. Here's Keating. Behind the net. Now left off for Paquet. Paquet gets pinned along the wall. There by Mongreville. Working out of his own zone, Gendreau in the middle. Laid back for Bélanger. Bélanger waiting. Almost mishandling it there for a second. Bélanger will get it back in his feet. Skating for it there. Here's Gendreau in his own end. He's being chased heavily by Sylvain. It's in the feet of a come on down. And pushing and shoving after the whistle.
And things starting to really heat up here at the end of the first. And that's only one period down. 2 periods and 30 minutes combined left of hockey.
1-1 after one. Brina Lane, Ziguergon, Dieppe Uniplex. 50th anniversary of the Dieppe Classic. And puck is dropped on period 2 after a quick break. Condors moving through. Backhanded in by Dieppe. Behind the net of Faulty. He sends this one around. Saint-Ange with the first goal of the game and the only goal for the Commandal. Breaking into the zone. Saint-Ange to the middle of the shot. It's under Morneau. And then one Commandal and a pile of 4 Condor. Condor try to escape their own zone. Michaud shooting this one in opposite side. Vidal aligning with a player, looked out in front, pass to the middle. Looking right there was Legros. Unable to get it, Guillaume Legros to the line. Michaud winds up, saved by Morneau. He did not see that one for a second. Andrews trying to make his way outside the zone. Behind the net, here it goes for Vezina. Worked around this one, passed and under the stick of Bedal. Outside the zone it'll go. Michaud off the boards. Les Condors move it back in their own end in the far corner. Bedal rimmed across, Vezina. He waits and cuts to the middle. Vezina. D to D over to Blouin. Vidal trying to work his way in. Michaud, the errant pass ends up right on the table of a Condor. Cardigan trying to work his way in, trying to dangle. Has the puck loose. And now come on down to Levis going the other way. Being spun around here is Pouliot. And turning around, there's a shove given there. Robel gives a hefty slash in the corner.
Robel, number 64. Really not happy with being shoved around by the Saint-Jean-Eudes players. And I think with just any hockey game, really, discipline is going to be what really decides your night. I mean, you can't really win a hockey game when you're down a player all the time. So right now, if you're Collège de Lévis, you just cannot lose your cool. It's a 1-1 game. It is way too close of a match to start taking bad penalties because you can't control your temper.
Exactly. Those penalties are always the costly ones. Those are always the ones that power play goals are scored on, and the game has changed. Beaulieu, he's trying to get at Brideau. Brideau to the ringette line, sent high. Come on down, the other way. It's Léo Beaulieu entering the zone. Puck is flipping high, and there it is over the net. Lemieux just elevates the shot too much. Beaulieu being shoved in the corner. Banked off a skate. Sent around the boards by Sylvain in the corner. Trying to work towards the net was Mongreville. It's in front. Mongreville coming back. Falling down before he hits the puck behind him. And this one iced. And the Condor unable to make changes, which they believe they need. They come on down, waiting here. Saint-Ange from the blue line. Caught and trapped by Morneau.
This game really starting to get heated here. I mean, I know I sound like a broken record saying this, but discipline.
We'll just have to wait till the third period. And maybe it boils over here in the second. But a close game, coaches have to be telling their players just to stay out of the box. Saint-Ange moving back. Laflamme back up. Saint-Ange. Saint-Ange in the middle. Flipped in, moving back. Bélanger. In at the line, miscommunication. It's back out of the zone. Gendreau moved it across. Now on the far side. Up with speed. Walking in. Paquette the shot. That one just missing. And that was Keating rather with the shot. Got 87 and 97 mixed up. Behind the net here, Cote. Looking out, and there's a shot and a save made by Faultier. With it now, Le Gros, and that one almost found its way into the net. Hondo off the boards. That one hit a line with Michaud. Now retreating, sending it over to Biran. In the middle here, working up is Gendreau. Now Condor, they get this one out of the zone. Pass in the middle. Michaud trying to get at it as well as Boucher. But they come on down, back the other way. With speed, it's Lord. Leaving this one off, waiting, shooting at a sharp angle off the outside of the post was Lemieux. Lemieux still has it in his skates, but tried to throw that in front. Lord, still with it, hits the brakes. He again goes around the wall. Vizna. Out the blue line off a pass. It was shot across there. And thus they score!
And the Saint-Jean Condal come out to the 2-1 lead here. 10:36 left in the second. What a goal. I believe that is number 59, I believe.
Number 59, Alexis Dubé. That was a quick shot. Even it fooled me. But a snipe, it pops the water bottle. And Dubé gives the Condors a 2-1 lead here in the quarterfinal.
Dubé standing strong, taking a hit, but still staying on his feet and getting the shot off. One whack is enough to go top shelf, and the Saint-Jean Condal hop out to a 2-1 lead.
Across, moving up. There's a hit, almost sending a Condor into his bench. Alec Michaud cutting around, moving this one back through the neutral zone. That one picked off. It was intended for Beaulieu, but will still be sent into the zone. In the far corner, moving back, Bedal. Across the boards, here it goes for Dubé. Skating up, Bedal. Shot to the net, that one carried away. There's a hit there by Beaulieu. And another one, a Condor goes down. He wanted to call as Michaud accidentally fell on top of him. Mongreville. Behind the net for the Commandant. Working his way through. Across the blue line he goes in the center. Trying to get on his stick and get possession. Somehow still has the puck. The shot, Morneau denies.
Morneau making an amazing save here, keeping the momentum on Saint-Jean's side here. This game really could go either way here. We're being treated to a spectacular All-Quebec quarterfinal matchup here.
That one cleared in by Guimard. And around, Guimard. Doing a bump, is now behind the net, goes Le Gros. Le Gros still with it in the far corner. Puts this one around over for Dubois in the opposite corner. And there's a hit given up by Guimard. Cleared in by Brideau. Faultier is going to leave this one behind his net. Brideau with it. Matt Brideau waits, takes his time, taking an unreasonable amount of time to get out of the zone. I'll let the Condor really settle in, but here's Le Gros moving in, loses the puck on to Morneau, and will cover. To the right of Morneau. Face off taken by Lemieux. That was Laflamme rather. Off the boards. Condor trying to get this one out. Blocked by Cote. Cote tried to move that to the middle. Condor break in. It's Keating trying to work his way in. It's Laflamme lifts his stick. And again, he gets his stick lifted there by Keating. Losing a couple skates. There's the shot that misses the net. Again, Faulty had no idea it was coming. Could not see a thing through the solar eclipse in front of his net. Shot from the blue line. That's a save. Again, Faulty just goes down. He doesn't see anything and just hope the puck hits him. Another one to the net. Rebounds out. La Flamme trying to get a stick on it. Beat off on the blue line. Again, he turns that away with his stick. Keating waits around the boards. Looking for it behind the net was Blouin. Keating behind the net. Blouin, that one, too much momentum for him, so Gendreau picks it up for CDL. La Flamme in the middle, skating up the blue line, trying to get it on his stick. Taken down, and there's the penalty coming up against the Condors. The first one in a while will send Les Commandeurs to the man advantage.
This power play will be absolutely crucial for Collège de Lévis. 2 unanswered goals is just deflating, so they really want to regain some momentum here with a successful power play. Hopefully gain back into the game on this same opportunity.
And it's Alexis Bélanger that sits out in the box. Mongreville in to take the draw for Les Commandeurs. Up to the line and chipped out. Working back with speed, having to go back. Michaud has some pressure. Was held a little bit on the waist area and comes out scot-free.
La punition pour Saint-Jean-Eudes.
Wound Mongreville.
Servi à numéro
Cuts back to
55,
his own end.
Alexis
Sends this one
Bélanger.
across as he sends a Condor
Tiré
down to
pour
the
avoir
ice.
trébuché. Temps la punition,
Vizna
7 minutes
behind
et
the net.
23 secondes.
He ends up just going to the blue line. Not the greatest of decisions, especially when he had a bit of time. Mongreville left off in the corner. Mongreville again off his skate. Right back up to the blue line. It's caught in. Waiting and shooting there. Saved by Morneau. A quick whistle. Michaud arms up in air at the blue line.
I think the ref is going to blow it dead because the shot was dangerously in the neck area, or the head area, I believe.
That one looked to have been closer to the chest. It was Lord from the blue line. Let's see this one again. Or it was pretty close to the neck. You saw that one well.
Yeah, the ref is going to call it for safety reasons. Obviously, at the Dieppe Classic, safety is taken very seriously here, with our ref taking responsibility for the game and the quality of hockey.
We even saw a penalty, the first one I've ever seen, for illegal equipment when a net guard went down the ice and the player touched the puck. A few seconds later, Lord stepping in. The pass, left off Cote. Across, up top, one-timer. Now down low, there's another try off the pad.
Beautiful
Lord.
passing play by the Commandant,
Down.
but stopped by Moreau.
That pass intended for Desvien will go all the way back down to the zone. They come on down. Working around. Cote up for Lord. Lord moving this one across. Off the boards. They get into the zone. Bouncing puck. Les Condors are able to get it out. Cote across for Lord. Captain Louis-Philippe Lord doing a bit of spinorama before he enters the zone. Lord steps in very slowly. He's trying to really slow down the play here. Lord still with it. Looks out to the opposite end. Bouncing puck off the boards here at the Uniplex. Shot all the way down by Kerrigan. And now Bélanger waits to leave the box. As Faultier almost turning that one over. Bélanger now out of the box. Penalty now expired. This one banked along the boards outside the zone. Moving back, Bira. Edouard Bira. Pass to the middle. What a play. The shot. Save the rebound just over the net. Moving down is Andrews. Andrews behind the net. On his backhand, Zach Andrews. What a pass to Bira from the blue line. And Faultier able to see that one the entire way. He'll snag that in his mitt.
What a play there by Saint-Jean-Eudes. Perfect saucer pass right to the stick of his defenseman. But the shot is stopped before it can come of any risk.
Quick shot to the net. Another try. Save made by Faultier. Loose out in the slot. Up to the blue line it goes. To the net. They score!
And a goal! Saint-Jean-Eudes extend their lead by 2 goals here, 3-1.
It looked like the first try had gone in, and that hits the post. And Zach Andrews, he's waiting right on the doorstep to bury it for the Condors, making it 3-1. It's Visna from the line, the initial deflection off the post. Andrews waiting right there. He'll slide that one in and make it 3-1 for the away team.
Saint-Jean-Eudes extending their lead here in the late stages of the second period.
Working in, Keating the kick on to Faultier, and we'll cover. We have 4:44 on the
Le
clock.
Saint-Jean-Eudes, compté par numéro 86, Zachary Andrews. Assisté par numéro 89, Alexis Vézina. Le temps du but, 10 minutes et 8 secondes.
Keating in the face-off circle. Shooting this one out. Pad save made by Faultier. 88, Rouet. Around his cage. Looking up towards the blue line. Rouet, dangerous pass through center. Takes a lucky deflection and stays in the zone. Here's a shot by Sylvain into the glove of Faultier. Les Condors, who barely secured a place in this quarterfinal, they have been coming out firing on all cylinders so far. There's Sylvain misplacing a pass that goes outside the zone. Sending this one around the boards the opposite way is Legros. Off a tie-up. Cleared to the blue line. A shot going high, almost gloved down there by Guimard. Guimard waiting. Unable to play that. Legros almost taking possession now, walking back up here. Desbiens tried to hit. Believe that was Legros. And they come on down, trying to get possession here. Desbiens, Legros waits, cuts back. Legros on his backhand, needs to get rid of the puck soon. Now just uses his body. Keating there. Desbiens gets hit. There's a stick that goes flying in the corner. Hondo up. Get it out somehow off the wacky sequence of events. And offside of the Condors.
La Flamme taking exception to number 58, Jeremy Sylvain, stick handling the puck after the whistle, swiping it off his stick as some emotions start to flare. I mean, they've been flaring all game, but both teams playing smart and not giving into them. As the game is 3-1, it's still in favor of Les Condors de Saint-Jean-Eudes.
And here's La Flamme, where you were just talking about entering the zone. Weird back and shot out in the center. La Flamme up the blue line, waits, might have a lane here. He shoots off the pad of Morneau behind the net. That one picked up by Michaud. He'll flip it high against the boards. Turning around, getting that out. And over to Morneau is Dubé. Working back and across, skating in, fakes the shot. There it is on the save on Faultier. Vincent Boucher, a nice fancy move there. Michaud going after that one. Curling back here, Dubois. Dubois, Cote shooting that one across. La Flamme gets poke checked on the near boards. There's Dubé. He gets hit. Puck is shot down the other end. Matt Dubois, less than 2.5 to go in the second. La Flamme in the zone. We have a delayed penalty. I believe it's against the Condors. I didn't quite see where that was, but it's interference. So come on down, back to the man advantage. And come on down on the man advantage. Shot from the blue line there from Michaud was blocked and unable to catch that one at the line, so cleared down. It's Biran who's in the box for interference.
La punition pour
Michaud behind the net as we get to the final 2 minutes here in the second. Michaud. Across, Beaulieu cutting in, shooting it to the net, and that one goes just by Morneau. Condors try to clear the physicality, unable makes them unable to do so. Morneau, the shot. Here's the save, the rebound. Morneau again. There's a cross check after the whistle. Beaulieu, can they give a stick tap there to Paquette? Condol leaving the zone outside the blue line. Working his way in. It's backhanded by Carnigan. Hamondel breaking in. Saint-Onge cutting around, looking out in front to the line. Waiting there. Gondreau. Shot. He's unable to glove this, and down the ice it'll go again. Faultier leads this one behind the net. Côté. He waits behind his net. Passed up there, Gendreau. A nice poke there, Saint-Onge, but he's in offside.
Collège de Lévis being one of the teams that have brought multiple squads to this tournament, bringing a Division I men's team and a Division II men's team. And I believe 2 years ago in the 48th edition, they even swept the podium, winning both men D1 and D2.
I know they did that just recently. The 48th would seem to make sense. They look to do the same here as their D2 in the quarterfinal, excuse me. Although down 3-1 in the late stage of the second, right out in front. Waiting there, Lemieux tried to blast one on net. Here's a try. Hits the stick of Morneau and goes behind the net. Wrapped around the boards. This one out by Le Condor. Power play expired, potential 2-on-1. Rouet the shot, the save, and the rebound. The player in front tied up, though unable to get a shot off. With just 12.5 to go in period 2. It even looked like Keating was trying to kick that in. And a quick shot off the draw sends that one wide of the cage. Ondol still searching the offensive zone. Keating unable to play that one. Beaulieu to the middle. That's on the tape of Lemieux. 3-1 after 2.
And after 2 periods of play across the league, the Morris Mavericks are locked 1-1 against the Gabriel Roy Cavalier. As we enter the second and final intermission, Saint-Jean-Eudes, as my co-worker just mentioned, last co-commentator, Saint-Jean-Eudes 3, Collège de Lévis 1.
Right in the lane, Diego Aragon from the Dieppe Uniplex here on the second last game of the day on day 3. The Saint-Jean-Eudes Condor are up 3-1 on the Commandeur du Collège de Lévis, being streamed here on MST. His stick, but Udo giving another whack at it, locked at the line by Moncreville. And there's a huge the shot. Blocked but caught down here. We'll say that was La Flamme. Here's La Flamme, sharp angle shot denied. And there's Louis Philippe. Just out of his reach, shot from the blue line. There's a big, goes to center, poke check. Right now, come on down, going back the other way. The shot blocker by Blouin, but blocked, turning back, going with speed the other way. Working up, cutting to the middle. Michaud, the shot. And Morneau in the match. They are going to have to slow down the breakouts. Big reverse hit on Michaud in the corner as the puck now in the zone of the Condor. Moving in, we have moves this one across. Funky leaving this one out. There's a big shot put to the net. There's a hit behind the net that gets hit along the boards by Bélanger. Now thrown out in front, they score! Front collision behind the net, looking at a sharp angle shot, and Morneau. Condor moving this one out. Walking in, Rouet, what a move, Rouet all alone to his backhand, score! From his defenseman, Lord. Behind the net, he now goes up against Vizna. Lord still with it, that's a deep. And expect this game to get even more physical. To the net, save the rebound. Oh, breaking into the zone, Saint-Ange to the middle of the shot. It's under Morneau. Unable to get it, Guillaume Legros to the line. Michaud winds up, saved by Morneau. So it was shot across there. And thus they score! They get on his stick and get possession. Somehow still has the puck, the shot, Morneau. Just hope the puck hits him. Another one to the net. Rebounds out. Laflamme trying to get a stick on it. Beat off on the blue line. Again, DDL. Laflamme in the middle, skating up the blue line, trying to get it on his stick. Take it again off his skate. Right back up to the blue line. It's caught in. Waiting and shooting there. Saved by Morneau across. Up top, one-timer. Now down low. There's another try off the pass. While beat off. Pass in the middle. What a play. The shot. Save the rebound just over the net. Nice save made by Faultier. Loose it in the slot. Up to the blue line it goes. To the net. They score! Makes them unable to do so. Morneau, the shot. Here's the save. The rebound. Morneau. Power play expired. Potential 2-on-1. Rouet the shot. The save and the rebound. That's in and off the stick, but Eudes giving another whack at it, blocked at the line by Monclavin. And there's a huge the shot. Blocked but caught down here Côté, that was La Flamme. Here's La Flamme, sharp angle shot denied. And Louis Philippe, just out of his reach, shot from the blue line. There's a big, goes to center, poke check. Right now, come on down, going back the other way. The shot blocker, Luan, but block, turning back, going with speed the other way. Working up, cutting to the middle. Michaud, the shot, and Morneau in the match. They are going to have to slow down the breakouts. Big reverse hit on Michaud in the corner as the puck now in the zone of the Condor. Moving in, we have moves this one across. Funky leaving this one out. There's a big with a shot put to the net. There's a hit behind the net that gets hit along the boards by Bélanger. Now thrown out in front, they score! In front, collision behind the net, looking at a sharp angle shot, and Morneau. Condor moving this one out. Walking in, Rouet, what a move, Rouet all alone to his backhand, score! This was defenseman Lord. Behind the net, he now goes up against Vizna. Lord still with it, that's a deep. And expect this game to get even more physical. To the net, save the rebound. Also breaking into the zone, Saint-Ange to the middle of the shot. It's under Morneau. Unable to get it, Guillaume Legros to the line. Michaud winds up, saved by Morneau. So a shot across there. And then they score! They get on his stick and get possession. Somehow still has the puck, the shot, Morneau. Just hope the puck hits him. Another one to the net. Rebound out. La Flamme trying to get a stick on it. Beat off from the blue line. Again, DDL. La Flamme in the middle, skating up the blue line, trying to get it on his stick. Take it again off his skate. Right back up to the blue line. It's caught in. Waiting and shooting there. Saved by Morneau across. Up top, one-timer. Now down low, there's another try off the pass. While beat off. Pass to the middle. What a play. The shot. Save the rebound just over the net. Nice save made by Faultier. Loose it in the slot. Up to the blue line it goes. To the net. They score! Makes them unable to do so. Morneau, the shot. Here's the save. The rebound. Morneau. Power play expired. Potential 2-on-1. Rouet the shot. The save and the rebound. Kerrigan, that's in and off his stick, but he don't give me another whack at it. Blocked at the line by Moncreville. And there's a huge the shot. Blocked but caught down here. Okay, that was La Flamme. Here's La Flamme, sharp angle shot denied. And Louis Philippe, just out of his reach, shot from the blue line. There's a big, goes to center, poke check. Right now, come on down, going back the other way. The shot, blocker, Luan, but block, turning back, going with speed the other way. Working up, cutting to the middle. Michaud, the shot, and Morneau in the match. They are going to have to slow down the breakouts. Big reverse hit on Michaud in the corner as the puck now in the zone of the Condor. Moving in, we have moves this one across. Funky leaving this one out. There's a big shot put to the net. There's a hit behind the net that gets hit along the boards by Bélanger. Now thrown out in front, they score! In front, collision behind the net, looking at a sharp angle shot, and Morneau. Condor moving this one out. Walking in, Rouet, what a move, Rouet all alone to his backhand, score! This was defenseman Lord. Behind the net, he now goes up against Vizna. Lord still with it, that's a deep. And expect this game to get even more physical. To the net, save the rebound. Also breaking into the zone, Saint-Ange to the middle of the shot. It's under Morneau. Unable to get it, Guillaume Legros to the line. Michaud winds up, saved by Morneau. So a shot across there. And then they score! They get on his stick and get possession. Somehow still has the puck, the shot, Morneau. Just hope the puck hits him. Another one to the net, rebounds out left.
And here we go, third and final frame of action in this all-Quebec matchup. Saint-Jean-Eudes leading the Collège de Lévis Commandant by a score of 3-1 here. And we're off.
They come on down with it behind their net, and okay, that net's off. That is not a shocker whatsoever.
And well, net off again. Surprise, surprise. Much a consistency here at the 50th Dieppe Classic.
All the money raised through the 50-50. Hopefully the Uniplex invests something into the pegs. In the net, just a simple push of a pad. Send it dislodging for a whistle on multiple accounts during a game. Here's Vezina clearing it in. Guimont in there, and a penalty against the Condors.
The Saint-Jean-Eudes parents and the player not happy. We'll see if we can have another look at that as 34 is hurt on the ice.
And it's Alec Michaud injured in the corner. And it's Antoine Guimont who's currently in the box.
Number 34, that's the second injury today for the Commandant du Collège de Lévis. First injury coming earlier in the game. Madin Poulia taking a hard fall into the corner.
Both coaches out again. And it does look like Lemieux is going to get out, or that's Michaud, excuse me. Michaud will get up and skate to the bench without any help, so that's a good sign.
Medical staff quick to respond here.
And again, it just looks like an awkward fall for Michaud. But the Commandant, they're going to head back to the man advantage in what would be an incredibly clutch moment to capitalize here. Commandant win the draw. Turnaround shot by Saint-Ange is deflected high of the net. In the corner, Desbiens being pinned up. It goes up. Saint-Ange, he has it going up to the blue line. Off for Lord. Lord across, walking in. There's the shot. Scores!
Number 37. Oh, not number 32.
La Flamme gets the Collège de Lévis Commandant within one.
Mere seconds into the power play, and just 40 seconds into the third period, the Collège de Lévis Commandant climb within 1 goal of tying this hockey game. And wow, what a quick goal, especially this early into the third period. Usually goals come slower, but it looks like for Collège de Lévis, they are an exception.
And we got that one wrong. That was Jean-Philippe Desbiens with the deflection in front of the net.
Initially, I thought Jeremy Roy had scored that, but I am proven wrong.
And now 3-2, it's going to be a 1-goal game as we get to the start of the third period. Come on down, put up the wall. Walking in the middle there was Lemieux before getting his puck poked off the tape.
And this is the second time today Saint-Jean-Eudes has to defend a 3-2 lead in the second period, as the same thing happened earlier against the SJR Eagles on this very same ice surface.
And the Condors hoping to rinse and repeat where they took a 4-2 win this morning. Moved across, Bélanger across, moving in, Rouette, here the backhand, save, rebound, bobbling loose. Condors battling with it, Legros along the wall. Roy shoots that one up out of the zone.
And in the other Division II quarterfinal, Gabriel Roy Cavalier and the Morris Mavericks still at 1 apiece here at the Centre AGL on the Olympic ice surface.
And that one, it's a challenge for all players coming into play at the only Olympic-sized rink in the province, I do believe, that I'm aware of. So it gets hard initially for players to adjust on the ice being longer and wider. And here's Commandeur. Leaving the zone, it's Roy skating in, straight speed, Roy cutting in, sharp angle. Do they score? Is it in? Roy thinks it's in.
Let's see if we can have another look at that.
Ref
Very
pointing
close
to
call.
the net. We'll have another look at it. Still no call from the official. We'll see if we can tell on the camera. And did that one go to the side of the net? I can't tell. Michaud saying no goal. Let's have another look at it. It will be on the right side of the net. I saw it come down at some point. Or was that a stick of a condor? Refs and linesmen discussing. There's one leaving the pile.
That one's very, very hard to tell from here as Molno squeezing onto the puck here. Parts of his body did go behind the red line, but we don't know where the puck squeezed in.
And it will be called no goal. Lord's going to get the explanation.
Really, Collège de Lévis wanting the call to go their way. They're very expectant that the puck went in, and the refs having a talk with the Collège de Lévis coach at their bench.
Well, of course, both teams, they're going to argue in their favor.
And these games really with these very close calls become hotly contested with explanations having to be given as both teams are in win-or-go-home situations.
Let's see that again. Try to follow the puck. It just disappears. That's impossible to tell where that is. So no goal will be the call. They come on down. We'll still be down 3-2. As they win the draw here. Turnaround backhand. That one straight into a pile. It's Michaud that exits for Le Condor. Putting it to the net up at the line. Visno one-timer. The save made by Faultier. Almost a perfect deflection in front.
And as a goalie, for goalie, sorry, shots that are straight just on the ice are often the scariest, as just honestly just the smallest bit of contact can ricochet wherever.
And here, this one in the air. Saved and swerved to the side. Côté of Le Commandeur to the middle here. Turnaround pass to the middle by La Flamme. Condor moving this one out. Shot in and high. There's a big hit by Lawrence. Goes right to the net. And the net's off again.
Number 80, Michaud, taking a bit of a tumble there towards the net.
And this one's just flung into the zone. The 280s go after it.
.11:56 here. Final frame of action as this quarterfinal match is going down to the wire in this All-Quebec battle.
And now battling behind the net. Pass it in front. It's loose, bouncing on the side of the net before it's hit by Gendreau. Keeping this in for Les Condors. It's Brideau. There's a stick on the ground. Looks like that's a stick of a Commandeur trying to grab it. And that one got hit out of his reach.
Angreville very angry with his stick being whacked away. His anger audible from here.
In this arena, very echoey. And out in front, backhand save made by Faultier. Another try. Two great saves. Pierre-Etienne Faultier.
What a save, getting perfect positioning in a very short span of time, shutting the door and denying the Condal their 4th goal and a 2-goal lead extension here.
And look at that. Jacob Kerrigan already started selling before he even saw it go in the net.
I mean, if I had taken that shot, I'd also think it was going to go in.
I struggled to hit the net right from the slot, so I would definitely not be selling. Come on down, going back the other way. Legros shoots this one in, it rims around the boards. Biron unable to get this one as Le Commandel go back the other way. Legros waiting, faking. There's the shot, and it's just wide of the net.
Some Easton Cowan action there with a few fake shots.
And this time it's iced. Easton Cowan, the king of the fake shot. And just like Easton Cowan in the last World Juniors, doesn't go in. Come on, the offensive zone draw. It's a quick shot. Another try. And through traffic, Desbiens. He has 2 points already, a goal and an assist. Another one there. Condal back. Rouet, little flip, trying to get the puck for a shot. And good defense played there by Roy as he speeds back up the other way. A good fake potential 2-on-1. Bring it up here. Blouin, the pass across. Rouet backhand. Faultier. What another save. Faultier again. Excuse me, that was Rouet with the shot. Michaud gonna let this one go to the blue line. Faking to the net. That one along the ice. Again, a perfect potential for a deflection. Skating in. Shot from Laflamme. Save. In the corner, Bedal. Turns and locates himself behind the net. Working out there, Michaud. And there was Mongreville forcing his way down. Michaud, the cross-ice pass. First one there, Michaud. Sends this one across for Legros. Guillaume Legros through center. The pass to Mongreville. And now for Lord. Outside. Cross-ice pass. Elliot Lord through center was the tip, so no icing. And there's a big hit along the boards. It's rimmed across now. Picking it up there, Paquette trying to find it in his feet, where he zings that one across right on the tape. Walking in, Dubé has one already, shoved against the boards. Lemieux pass to center. Legros might have a breakaway. Legros having a stick tied up to the net. Save by Morneau. Michaud heading up the far wing with speed. He's crunched into the corner.
Big hit. Both players getting up though.
Where they come on down. Now we get it shot back in their own end. Faultier leaving this one out.
Number 80, Noah Michaud, clearly shaken up after that hit here. Seems to be fine on the bench though. Hopefully we can see him back again pretty soon.
Here's Jean Deneau walking in, scores!
What a shot! Number 45!
Theodore Jean Deneau tying it up. It's the equalizer for Levis.
What a goal by number 45 on Collège de Levis. Theodore Gendreau with the quick shot, sniping it, tying up the game for his squad.
And that's usually a goalie's tough spot, right over the pad and just under the blocker. Always a tough spot for goalies to handle.
I mean, that shot could not have been placed any better as the Commandal tie up this match.
Now 3-3. Got the goal song in a bit late. Out to the crease. Up top. Sylvain, a shot. Fanned on it. Now Commandal trying to go back the other way. Laflamme hits the brakes. Passes this one up. Saint-Ange into the zone. He tries a shot that just misses the net. Go at the blue line. Will chop this one back on his back hand. Laflamme in the pinch. Outside it goes. Roy shoots this one in. Condal surge back the other way with speed. Andrews trying to get a shot off. Going around here, Dubois hitting the brakes, down to the ground, out in front. Fortier extends the pad to turn that one away. Dubois with it for Le Commandant. Saint-Ange trying to put that to the middle. Dubois back to Saint-Ange. Moving back, there's Roy stumbling, luckily getting up just in time. Kerrigan also stumbling just a little bit. Lemieux moving up a saucer pass, skating up is Roy. Roy into the zone, hit by Biron. Roy trying to get the shot off, but the puck hopped over his stick, and that net is off again.
Jeremy Roy having a good look on net, but it's just hounded before he can really take control of the puck by the Saint-Jean defenders. And like we saw earlier today, Saint-Jean-Eudes' 2-point lead evaporated in the third period. 3-3 hockey game. And the Saint-Jean-Eudes parents and fans cheering on their team with lots of passion. That's what we love to see here.
Going all the way from La Belle Province. There's a shot, quickly saved by Morneau. Mongreville storming through the blue line.
And Saint-Jean-Eudes is going to need all the energy they can get. I mean, for now, all the momentum is really on Collège de Levis as they've just overcome a 2-goal deficit here.
Yeah, Condol having a really strong first and second period, but it's been all Levis here in this period. Mongreville behind the net, looking around. Lemieux turning, firing, blocked. Another tries, they poke it to the net. There's a Commandel that went down, waiting, shot to the net. That one blocked there. Edouard Lemieux with another try. A Condol shot across. Going back here is Cote. Sent across for Lord. Lord through the middle. That ends up with Belanger. Back with the Condor.
Fan chants filling up the arena here as this game gets down to the wire.
Belanger, sharp angle, was blocked. And I thought that went up in the net. He must have just hit the high glass. Come on down with it here, going around the net. Cote will find it at the hash marks. Cote shoots this one up, blocked by Belanger as he sends this one in the zone. Blocked away by Robert. Cote shooting this one back. Le Gros slowly entering the zone, trying to get through one. There's the body being used. Condol back the other way. Edouard Biron. Biron with him is Dubé. Biron to Dubé. And that one too far out of his reach. Dubé in the corner. He gets pinned up by Gendreau. The latest goal here in this one. Come on down the other way. Flip through center. Pass on the tape of Bedal where he is crunched by Michaud. Now Vezina out to the zone, moving in. Blouin the shot. Didn't get to the net. Here's Michaud. Bring it back in the zone. Vezina stepping in for the Condors. Shot saved by Faulty as that one came from outside the zone. Roy will throw this one against the boards. Held in by Vezina. Will just get by Blouin. Here's Blouin again on his backhand, looking behind the net. And Commandel going outside, leading the rush here. Laflamme trying to dangle in, and then he's destroyed in open ice. Quickly get backed up though, and he's down again. Saint-Ange looking for the puck. Behind that, Saint-Ange, little hit from behind. Luckily the refs didn't put their arm up there.
That was all numbers. That was a pretty close one to call, but nonetheless, we go on.
And Guimond would know that feeling from earlier. That same corner as well. Shot in by the Condors. Icing. Just over 4 to go in period 3, and we are tied at 3. A great quarterfinal matchup here at the Uni.
Well, with this game just absolutely down to the wire, just honestly, all day we've just been spoiled with fantastic hockey, each game being as close as you can get them.
And the next game is scheduled to start at 9 o'clock, 8:40 here.
Next match, Division 1 quarterfinal, the l'Odyssée Olympien and last year's champions and provincial runner-ups, the Clément Colmier Cavalier.
And there through the legs. And there's Cardigan that's shoved away. That's going to be interference against Le Commandant. Condors power play, less than 4 to go. And this looked like it was going to be a penalty from a mile away. It's Elliott Lord that gets beat in between his legs with a bouncing puck here, and there's nothing he can do but get in the way of Kerrigan.
Long away by Carrigan. The captain, number 63, Lord. Oh, I am mistaken. Number 83, sorry.
Mongreville out of the draw. Won by Le Condor. Bedard moves this one down. He goes back up for Keating. Keating across. Bedard unable to knock this one down. And outside into neutral ice it will go. Bedard skating back. Being chased. Being hounded. Almost taken away there by Mongreville. Mongreville now gets it back. The shot will roll towards Monod. A hefty slash given by Bélanger. And there we go. That's an unnecessary cross check against the boards.
2 minutes pour faire l'obstruction. Temps de la punition, 11 minutes et 4 secondes.
And there's another look at the penalty.
Olivier Robal being on the receiving end of a lot of hits tonight as he's knocked down while he's on the ice here. Clearly not happy with that.
Face off one. Cote fires this one in along the dasher. Levis just trying to kill this one off here. Along the boards, Vezina. Saint-Jean outside the zone. Rouet trying to storm by La Flamme using the body. And this one sent rink wide all the way down the ice, 200 feet. And 35 currently with us in the final moments of a quarterfinal matchup. A must-win, an elimination game. As it's stolen, here's Roa entering in. He's bumped off by Biran. Collège du Lévis just doing an extremely efficient job so far on this penalty kill. The Condors, they aren't even able to set up, as now entering the zone was Sylvain before he was quickly directed outside. This one hit the top of the wall, off of the wall. High sticks waved off. Shot in, Guimard. Another try off the boards and down the ice. And now just about 20 seconds left. And what a penalty kill it has been so far. Dubé hitting the brakes. Looking, goes rink wide. Another one right to the tape of Sylvain. Jérémy Sylvain. Dropped off, Guimard. He's hit hard into the boards. And shot off the back there of Desbiens and down the ice. Penalty now expired. So less than 2 minutes to go, even strength. Desbiens in front in the slot. And he takes down a man, then falls on top of him. And the Condors didn't take exception to that.
Right now, you as much as you hate to see it, you need to just take the hits and keep your head cool. 1:45 left. It's a 3-3 hockey game. It's win or go home. You just need to keep a cool head here.
Offensive zone draw for the Commandant. Biran goes around the net, off the glass, and this one's just going to go for icing. So a quick whistle, just over 1.5. We may see our first game go to overtime here, as it's tied with not much left on the clock. And Saint-Jean, one of their teams, their defensive coach, a man you might know the name of, Lane Hudson. He's currently on the board in the game against the Maple Leafs. Montreal is up 2-0. And there's a save made by Morneau. Face off to the right of Morneau. One cleared by the Commandant. The shot was blocked. It's in some feet, and now will just stay in the zone. What a keep. Lemieux giving some slashes, brought out by Saint-Jean. Skating up with speed. Boucher trying to cut in. It's on Faultier, and a whistle there.
minute and 18 seconds left as the Commandant de Levis, their first division team, supporting their fellow schoolmates in their divisional matchup here.
Commandant, another face-off win. Beaulieu will throw this one across. Robert to the middle. Walking in, Michaud, he's going to try a shot, save, and the rebound out in front. Legros was trying to shove that one out in the slot area. Legros here on the backhand, trying to go back door, went right back where the pass that came from. Almost a terribly unlucky bounce. Michaud waits, down low, La Flamme, trying to get that one up for Michaud, goes to the line. Here's Roy, shot, blocked, another try, and that one just missed the net. Right out in front, save by Morneau.
Oh, so close. What a save by Morneau again, as Saint-Jean-Eudes finally gets a line change as we enter the dying 30 seconds. Here comes Roy. His stick is lost.
I believe that went off the linesman. Condors getting this one outside the zone. Off a twig and on for Gendreau. Gendreau moving behind his net. Waiting, drops this one off. Legros, less than 15 to go. Commandant gonna have to shoot this one quickly down the ice for icing. 7.2 left to go in this hockey game. The Condors gonna try to quickly get this one off the face-off. And we might have some delays. It's already been a long day already, but why not make it longer here at the Uni surface? Might get some overtime as the Commandant will win the draw and escape behind his net. There's Gendreau, skate up towards his blue line. And the first game of overtime here to come on MST. The Condors and the Commandant, a Belle Province clash.
3-on-3.
Sudden death, 3-on-3 hockey.
And who doesn't love 3-on-3 hockey?
Si qu'on n'a pas de gagnant, après on va en tir de barrage. If no winner after 10 minutes, we go to a shootout. Bonne chance aux deux équipes. Good luck to both teams. Juste prendre une minute ici pour remercier nos commanditaires. DNA Swag, la ville de Dieppe, Monograms Unlimited, choix 99,9. Moncton Plumbing and Supply, Jean Coutu, situé sur la rue Saint-Georges. Greco, Coastal Inns, l'Université de Moncton, Extreme, Window and Entrance Systems, Cancel Print, Nexus Physio, Maritime Source for Sports, Max FM 103.9, K94.5.
And if you did not hear, fans watching at home, it will be a 10-minute period of 3 versus 3 hockey. And if no winner is decided in that overtime period, we will have a shootout. Currently, both coaches discussing strategy. It seems that Collège de Levis has their 3 players on the ice, 80, 72, and I believe 83 Lord on the ice as well.
So it's Lord, Côté, Mongreville on for les Commandants. Looks like Bélanger is going to take the ice for les Condors. Looking for others. Blouin, it looks like going to center. And William Keating also there as well.
And here we go.
And let's get some 3-on-3 hockey underway. Tons of ice to go. And possession is what the teams are really looking for. Côté in the corner. Waiting, he skates up. Past the red line, staying on side is Lord. Côté moving in behind his net. Pressure from Bélanger. That one taken over by the Condor. The pass to Blouin. Blouin. He's going to dump this one in. Not what you want to do in overtime. As Lord now gets it behind his net. The captain, Elliot Lord, waiting, laying an outlet pass before he gets it back on the opposite side after taking it from the boards. This one banked up. Turnover. Pass to the middle. And between a couple of sticks, 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Michaud getting around one. He's drilled into the boards. Legros behind the cage. Leaving this one off. Andrews hitting the brakes as les Condors now get set. Almost turned over. The poke check, the big stick of Le Gros. Condor still with it. Kerrigan moved across. That one caught. And they come on down, take it back the other way. Trying to move in. Another turnover. Jacob Kerrigan working his way in. Dangling on Michaud. He gets bumped. Now stays in the zone and just takes a shot. He very well could have just circled out and waited. Moving back, Le Gros behind his net. He's going to stay in there for a minute. Wait for his team to make changes. Altier trying to distract Rouet in front of the net. Pass along the wall for Le Gros. That one being taken from Lord. Le Gros still with it. Trying to cut around Rouet. Pass, a dangerous one, but now develops a 2-on-1. Saint-Ange walking with Lord. Saint-Ange to Lord. Can't get the shot off and trying to move to Saint-Ange. Turn around and blocked here by Pedal. Pedal now hit by Saint-Ange. Walking up there, Michaud with the backhander to Lord. He's poke check, walking in, Rouet. Won't have much of an angle as now he's given a bump. Lord goes down. He might need a line change here. With speed now. Laflamme still going, continuing. Laflamme trying to go around his net. Still waiting, getting his stick lifted. Pressure in the corner, Saint-Ange waiting. Both players wanting a call there. Le Condors potential odd man rush back the other way. And staying barely on side. Alec Michaud, a nice poke check. They walk in again. Michaud waiting, backdoor. Can't quite get the pass out of his reach. Up top, Belanger steps in, fakes the shot. He's run over an open ice. Come on down, go back the other way, and now he's going to take a penalty. The slash on the Roy. It's going to be a 4-on-3.
Clear as day, as Jeremy Roy's stick is just absolutely whacked out of his hand. Number 55 on Saint-Jean, Id Condal, Alexis Belanger. Clearly not happy with the call. I mean, overtime tournament on the line, just not a penalty, or just any penalty you really want to take here, as a timeout will be called here as both teams reassess and readjust strategies.
And it was taken by Le Commandant de Levis. Just under 7 to go. We've played 3 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey. And it definitely looks different from the NHL. These guys not at all conservative as we've seen the NHL, going in and retreating out of the offensive zone several times. These guys even performing dumps and just giving it to the other team at times. Face off one by Levis, waiting at the line. Here's Roy. Lord steps in. Back over to Roy. He lets one go. Marneau, that glove.
2 minutes pour avoir 5 livres. Temps de punition, 3 minutes et 9 secondes.
Off the draw, there's a quick shot. Another save, Marneau. That's 2 game-saving saves. They come on down, getting loud on their bench, realizing this is the time to score if they haven't had one today. Lord. Roy waiting. Lord off his skate. Luckily for them, this is going to go down over for Roy. He sends that one across to the middle, blocked by a skate. Roy up to the line. Lord fakes over to Roy. Lord down low, back up Lord across the row. One-timer just misses the cage. And taken around by Le Condor. And that's just a backhander to the line. Lord, Roy waits, fires, blocked. Biron, the clutch.
You could not have asked for an even more clutch block. As a bad change here as the Commandant come in the zone.
And that was an even Worst bobble of the puck by Mongreville. Back going the other way. Andrew shorthanded. Andrew stepping in. What a move. Trying to go through and just get a backhand on. He falls. 4-on-2 back the other way. Levis skating it back here. Mongreville. He goes up with Badal. Mongreville to the net. Can't quite get a shot off. And it's at the side of the net. It hits the post and almost trickles in.
Oh, so close. Mongreville. So close. Just inches away from calling game.
Stepping in. Le Gros waiting around the net on his forehand. Le Gros circles. The pass to Cote out of the zone. Moving with speed. It's Cote. Might have a break. There's the shot. It just misses the net. Saint-Ange. He's going to leave this one for Jean Dero at the line. Over to Saint-Ange. Waits. Fires. Saved by Morneau. The rebound goes high. And penalty now over. Bélanger is going to have to get himself in this play. So it's a 4-on-4 for the time being. Le Gros waiting. Cutting to the corner. Le Gros around the net. Pressure there from Biron. Le Gros waits, tries to go back door. What a pass. The shot is just high and left. Waiting there was Jean Dero as the Condors come back the other way. Bélanger just out of the box. Skates in. He's crunched against the boards there by Saint-Ange. Working with it there is Paquet sent up. And the Condors now going to dump and chase again. Something I didn't think I'd see in overtime. Moving this out here, Jean Dero. Drop pass as les commandeurs de Levis. They plan in their own end. Captain Lord over there, and then Roy skating in. Xavier Roy with possession, has sticks, goes around. Roy still with it. A man's wide up at the blue line. Roy did a full lap. The shot scores!
Jeremy Roy calls game, and the Collège de Levis Commandant will advance to the Division II semifinal.
Overtime winner Xavier Roy. Give him an assist earlier, and the overtime winner. He did a full lap of the offensive zone, pulled the trigger to the top shelf. He went.
What a goal by Xavier Roy, and what a way to call game. And absolutely no shame for Saint-Jean-Eudes as they've put on such a tenacious effort, such hard work to get this far in the tournament. Absolutely nothing to hang your head about. Hats off to the Condal.
And that's going to be our game. Les Commandants take a 4-3 overtime victory. We will see them in action tomorrow morning. Unsure yet if they will be here being live streamed on MST.
And join us right after the Zamboni trip as the l'Odyssée Olympien will take on the Clermont-Colmec Cavalier right here on MST.
Bringing the lane, Tigwe are gone. That's it for this game from the Dieppe Uniplex 50th Annual Dieppe Classic.